This is taken from the opening pages of One Potato, Two Potato by Christina Delfelling. Mr. and Mrs. O'Grady lived alone on a bare, rocky hillside. Their children had grown up long ago and gone out to the great wide world to seek their fortunes. But Mr. and Mrs. O'Grady stayed behind in their cottage, where they had little and shared everything.
Mr. and Miss O'Grady were so poor they dug one potato from their garden every day, called it breakfast, lunch, and supper, and considered themselves lucky to have one potato.
Go.
They were so skinny they could sit side by side by one chair to eat their meal. And it was a good thing, too, because one chair was all they had.
Mrs. O'Grady had only one hairpin. Together they had but one blanket full of holes and one raggedy coat, which they took turns wearing in the winter.
They had just one candle which they never burned. Every evening as the sun went down and darkness was nigh, Miss O'Grady pretended to light the candle.
And every morning when the sun rose, the light filled their little house. She pretended to blow out the candle.
They had one gold coin they were saving for a rainy day, in which they kept tucked under the straw of their mattress.
Now Mr. O'Grady was fine husband as Mrs. O'Grady could have wanted, yet it was the wish of her heart to have a friend, someone with whom she could share recipes for boiled potatoes and sweet memories of how it felt to touch her newborn babies' downing heads.
To be sure, Miss O'Grady was the finest wife Mr. O'Grady could imagine, yet he too longed for a friend, someone with whom he could discuss potato weevils and not rot.
One day
Stop. Pull this mic closer.
One day as he did every day,
Hold on, start over with one day.
One day as he did every day, Mr. O'Grady was out digging in the garden for their meal. To his dismay, he saw that he had come to the very last potato in the very last row of the garden.
Hoping that he had somehow missed one, he dug a wee bit deeper. What was this? It was harder than a potato, bigger than a potato, blacker than a potato.
Why, it was a pot.
Mr. O'Grady was quite surprised that he had never come across it before in that tiny garden. He wanted to show the curious object to his wife.
Since he needed both hands to carry the big pot, he put the last potato in and started for home.
Mr. O'Grady, come quickly. Miss O'Grady rushed to the door.
What have you got there?
It's a pot.
So it is, but it's much too big for cooking.
Oh, but it's come in handy for carrying our last potato home, Miss O'Grady. Our last potato. Saints have mercy, whatever will we do?
Miss O'Grady leaned over to the pot and to reach for the potato. As she did, her hairpin fell out of her hair and into the pot. She paid little mind though, because when she looked inside the pot there were two potatoes.
She held them up, showing Mr. O'Grady.
You ought to, you ought to joke about such things. There are 2 potatoes here.
Why, if I wasn't joking, I put only 1 potato in the pot.
And only 1 hairpin fell into the pot, I suppose now that I will find 2. What happened when she reached into the pot for her hairpin, for her 1 hairpin?
Read.
Read.
That's the end. Wait, you want me to do the last line?
Yeah.
What happened when she reached into the pot for 1 hairpin? Read Christina D. Fillings, 1 potato, 2 potatoes to find out.